Just talked about how we think climate change should change, and how it can't just be like 3 people trying to change it. It has to be a whole bunch of people, and if the whole world actually tries, maybe we'll be able to defeat that problem.
The importance of supporting our government when they come through that kind of regulation and giving out, showing our support, and then also enabling communities to find unique solutions to their own problems.
Okay, so we talked about everyone was in favor of, well, I shouldn't say that. Carbon pricing, there was someone talking about thorium at our table. The media was too right-wing in Alberta. We need to be able to be more open to talk about other things besides energy, or fossil energy. We did talk to you about that we need regulatory changes to be able to change our transmission of electricity and develop a smart grid that can incorporate geothermal and all the different kinds of renewable energy, because while the wind's not blowing, you need the sun shining and the heat from the earth and that sort of thing. So smart grid, adaptation, change building codes.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
We talked again about ecological footprint and
You've had your shot.
et cetera, et cetera. You want me on?
Yeah.
Asking us to summarize that conversation in 30 seconds is entirely unfair. One idea that came up was that the energy that's easiest to produce is the energy you didn't even need to produce.
Yeah.
Concerted effort towards energy efficiency.
Yeah. That's number one.
One interesting idea that came out at our table was the idea of growth and moving to low growth or zero growth into the future. We need to imagine how the energy systems we're going to be building to deal with climate change are going to integrate into that into the future. Because while growth is how we like to think about how our economy needs to work, in the very long term, in the 50 and 100-year time frame, that's just not going to work. Two of our big ideas. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm from this table right here. Some of the things that really stood out for us were touching on several different sectors, so not only energy production, but also agriculture and public transit. To improve energy efficiency, including access to things like energy audits, which is, a place where people need to get help getting started. Putting a price on carbon, but making sure the right people pay, so the right strategy to make sure that, if people are paying a carbon tax or whatever, that they're getting that money back in other ways. A lot of what Iron and Earth was saying in terms of retraining, investment technologies and stuff was definitely there. Subsidies, policies, there are cities that are going to be banning gas-powered cars by 2025 or 2050 or whatever it is. Something like that motivates people to just get it done. And for Indigenous peoples, is really making sure that we respect their rights, that we give visibility to their issues, and that they have access to the same subsidies and other things that we do.
Yeah. All of you have YouTube at home, right?
Yeah.
Look up a guy named Tony Seba, S-E-B-A, and look at his lecture on pricing energy in the future. It'd be a real eye-opener for all of you, okay?
We only got through 2 questions. Actually, it's okay. Something that we actually talked at length about was the carbon tax, and everybody did agree about it at the table. We agree that it sends a clear signal for the economic movement towards a more sustainable and green technologies and innovation as well. We also talked about how energy efficiency strategies could be more talked about by the government, and it's a strategy that can be easily implemented very quickly. Oh, yikes. One thing that was really neat that I haven't heard about much before is bringing in ideas across international boundaries, seeing how things work already internationally, and then bringing it into Canada.
Yeah.
Lastly, I'm so sorry. Enabling all renewable technologies to have a level, equal playing field. So, for example, there's no policy written right now for geothermal. I think that needs to change.
Yeah.
Yeah, we agree with everything. No, maybe not. A lot of emphasis on small, local, co-op kinds of undertakings. So we don't want TPP and CETA.
Yeah.
Like somebody before me, we didn't like the grow the economy question. So we thought we'd like to live within our means somehow or other. We did point out that growing population makes that difficult, but we stopped there. Carbon levy, not carbon tax, was suggested. Anything that can bring down, pay you back for bringing down your carbon consumption is good.
Like all groups here, my group, we talked about a lot of different solutions. We talked about energy storage, mass transit, utilizing oil and gas expertise to transition to renewables. We talked about a potential space for nuclear power, reducing agricultural land by reducing meat consumption, energy conservation, carbon tax. And I guess the point is that there's so many different solutions out there to reduce GHG emissions. There's no right or wrong solution as long as all of the combined solutions help us meet our overall reduction targets.
So we went that extensive to land of the first two questions, so much so that we barely got through them. But one of the things that definitely came up throughout the discussion was that we need to decentralize the system of energy production, food production, water and collection. And another thing that came up that was really interesting is the ethical consideration for where we source our renewable energy. Because if we source it from slave labor in China, it's probably a bad idea. Another thing that we realized is that we had to do something to inspire the people. One thing we could, because currently there is not much that we can point to as sustainable failure and say, look at that. So one thing that the Canadian government can do is build Elon Musk Hyperloop from coast to coast. We did it with the CPR, we've done it with pipelines, we're just putting a train in a bigger pipe, we might as well do it. And finally, another thing that came up was just to put an eco-nutrition fact. So like every time you walk into McDonald's or Burger King, there'd be like tons of carbon used to make this product. And I would like to formally ask the Trudeau government to declare war on climate change, because we can declare war on terror, which is an unwinnable concept. At least we can declare war on something we have a chance against.
I know we all love fake numbers. Does anyone really know the process or how much water it takes to actually produce one hamburger? It's 660 gallons of fresh, clean water. The numbers are staggering. I understand it's tough to control the diet. It's something that we don't need. Protein is an alternative that we can have by any other means, by soya, lentils. If we ate less, if 50% of us ate less meat, that's like 240 million cars off the road. So just eat for the environment. I'm vegan. I'm proof of it. I'm alive. I'm well. I've never been so healthier. Thank you.
lastly, with a call out from one of our partners, from Solar for All, if anyone wants to talk for 2 seconds. Yeah, and on your way out, sign up for the email list. We had a question earlier that was, we've had 2 successful town halls. How do we get things moving and make this happen?
Yeah.
The answer is by coming together and demanding change and working together on collaborative projects. We need to do that. We need to stay connected. So sign up for the email list, check out the email list and actions of various partners out there. Iron is an amazing position. Solar Rob is an amazing position. Lead Now is gone.